Hey everybody, Jem Schofield here, and here we are on location day 3 for this shoot with Ryan Connolly, and today we have also Michael Stark, also known as just Stark.
Yes.
And you are the what on the film?
The visual effects supervisor.
And maybe you can tell me a little bit, both of you, about when you actually start to collaborate, when you're going to do something and you are thinking about having, effects and stuff.
If there's effects in it, it's pretty much right off the bat.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's before I even write anything. When I get that initial, nugget of an idea, I'm, going to him to find out, is this thing that's even a thing that's even feasible for us?
Just before anything starts, it'll be vague ideas sometimes. Just, can we put a creature, UFO?
Right.
Can we animate that?
Okay.
Yeah, that way instead of me spending a lot of time writing something that we're not going to be able to pull off the way I want to, and then starting over anyway, we're just getting that out of the way, right off the bat, because we are, very indie, so we're always very cautious about not going beyond what we can actually accomplish.
Right.
A lot of people do that, and it looks a little wonky, so we're very cautious to make sure we stay within, what we can, knock out at the quality we want.
So that conversation then will have some influence in terms of how you write the script, but then you know that you're going to be able to pull off what you want to pull off the way you write it.
Yeah.
Right.
So yesterday we were inside, you were doing your interior setups. What were you doing, if any, in terms of visual effect shots?
It was just one simple thing, which was screen replacement.
Okay.
Just tracking the screen to replace it later for whatever insert that's going to go in.
And cameras moving on those?
Yeah, just 2 shots total. One's a whip pan, one's a slow move-in. We could do it in camera. We could push something to the TV, just do it right there, but that takes more coordination. Things could go wrong. And every day is more money. Every hour is more money on set.
Right.
So something like that's really easy to replace. So it's a lot easier to just do a simple screen insert like that.
And it's more flexible
Yeah.
to do it this way.
Yeah, because then we
any
can make
change,
choices. Yeah.
We're not stuck with in-camera.
Really dial it in to nail the pacing we want.
So you just have to make sure that when you're framing that you can see basically those tracking points, that there's that contrast there and it can latch onto it and that kind of
track
stuff.
it, yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. So now we're outside and this is your exterior, basically, location.
Right.
And this is going to be a little bit more visual effects heavy.
Yes.
So what plays into whatever this short is that people are going to see, this is going to be where we're going to see a lot of that work. Is that right? Do you want to talk to me a little bit about that?
Well, one of the things we like to do is try to put as much mixing CG with practical.
Okay.
And with this, it's totally doable because we're just using one giant spotlight and then we're just cutting out the rest and then replacing it with the UFO.
Okay.
So, and we just planned our shots so we know where everything's going to be. So it's fairly simple for that on the CG side.
Yeah, so we just got that UFO. We got a tractor beam. So we're going to have an HMI up on a lift, which is going to act as our...
Just a UFO?
Just a UFO, no big deal.
Yeah.
But that HMI is going to act as our tractor beam, and then he's just going to supplement that, bringing it up, put some particles in there, and then slap that UFO in there. But, having that additional element, gives him a lot of reference of where to put the thing, what it's looking like in the environment.
And yeah, especially even all of these lights coming in here. I took measurements yesterday, so I could just add in CG, same type of lights, so I'll get the same exact location lights, same reflections.
So you're basically then going to do some sort of 3D rendered UFO, and it's going to get comped in with actual live action?
Yes.
Okay. And then is there anything else that you're doing in order to make sure that those two things match together?
Yeah, we'll make something called a camera report, which is just recording the same settings as the camera, because in the software it's exact same what type of camera it is, film, video, still.
So in terms of sort of sensor size, in terms of focal length,
everything,
and all of that stuff. So I noticed that right now you guys actually have, in this case, an Atomos Ninja Blade hooked up to this, and that you've been recording externally. How do you have it set up here in terms of how you're recording for this project?
So we're recording to both. We're recording the Atomos and we're recording in cam too. So we're recording AVC HD.
Yeah.
But that's our backup. Our main is the ProRes in the camera. So we're going 422 ProRes, which is, AVC HD is great in this cam, and we're going to web. So really I could live with that and be fine. I mean, it's nice to have that extra data, but really it's for him with the VFX to give him as much as possible.
Got it.
Right, especially with everything being at night, and even if just small adjustments, I want to be able to push it to kind of tweak it. I don't want noise. And that's the one thing I'm trying to avoid. So having a 422 is a lot better.
So you've got that extra chrominance or color information, and then I know that on the C100 Mark II, with this new processor, that the quality of the image is supposed to be even better than we were getting. So high ISOs, lower noise levels, less jaggies, less problems in terms of noise level. So we've talked about some interior, exterior stuff that you guys are doing. Any green screen at all?
Yeah, we got a couple of shots.
Okay, so that 422
definitely
that'll
should
help. Yeah, it'll help cut down on the noise in the key.
Anything else that you guys are doing?
I think we pretty much covered everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
All right, good. I'm gonna hopefully get to talk to Booth a little bit more about the decisions you guys are making with the lighting instruments that you're using.
Yep.
Cool. And thanks so much.
Yep.
Cool.